Hello my angels and welcome to TJ's Tarot. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is TJ. I am a psychic, divination reader and witch. If you are not new to my channel and you are returning, welcome back. I am just as equally to have you here as well. Today we are looking into the monthly forecast of May. No matter what timeline you are in, what year you are in, I did put the intention of this to resonate no matter what year you are watching this. I am recording it in the year 2025, but if it's 2026 while you're watching this and it resonates, then that's wonderful. It is meant for you. So I'm going to go ahead and be looking into anything that you need to know, anything that is important to know, anything that will be happening, anything to be wary of, cautious of, to keep your wits about, so on and so forth. I went ahead and pre-shuffled some oracle cards. I'm probably going to start with those and then clarify with tarot. Feel free to pause the video if you need to, if you need extra time to meditate on a deck. With that said, please make sure you are using your own discernment and keep in mind that this is a general reading for a large number of people. So take what resonates, don't force anything or make anything fit, and leave the rest for somebody else. If you do feel as though that the pile that you chose isn't meant for you, then feel free to pick another pile. If you feel like neither of those are really resonating, then maybe this reading is not meant for you at this time. So yes, please feel free to pause the video if you need to. We have piles 1, 2, and 3 here. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile 1, and I will see you there. Welcome, my pile 1s. If you chose this crystal, then this reading is for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Ooh, excuse me, bumping into everything right now. So I actually don't know if I mentioned this in my intro, but I went ahead and I did pre-shuffle some oracle cards. Excuse me. We are going to start with that, and then we are going to clarify with tarot. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So it says, cut your cords, be willing to forgive, clear yourself. So I have to say right away with cut your cords, I felt something very strongly in my heart and my solar plexus chakra. So with that said, I felt just like a very powerful energy with that. I really feel, to say the least, I really feel like you are going to be going through a lot of healing in this month. And it's going to be, there are going to be a little bit of ups and downs. I wouldn't be surprised if you did face a little bit more hardships, maybe some crying, some tears shedding. But I also feel as though that you're really going to be letting a lot of stuff go. A lot of, really clearing your energy and really just like moving on to bigger and better things. I had to say that. These I'm going to save for last. Decide to be happy now. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? These fit. Okay, perfect. These fit in the screen. This is your life's purpose. A favorable outcome. Wonderful. I think the month of May is going to be very abundant for you. I feel like you're really going to be knocking down doors. Like I literally saw, okay, this is going to sound strange, but I literally saw like the Kool-Aid man just like burst through like a door. Do you remember those commercials? I mean, I don't know if I'm like showing my age or not, but do you remember those commercials of just like the Kool-Aid man just like bursting into like people's houses or just bursting into like the screen? No, just me? Anyway, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. I feel like you're knocking down doors and you're really, not only are you going after a lot of things this month, but I feel like you're really going to be gravitating towards things that are meant for you. you're really going to be gravitating towards getting what it is that you want and what you feel like you rightfully deserve. You're going to be letting go of a lot of things that no longer serve you, and you're going to accept it, and you're going to accept it, forgive it, accept things for how they are and just let it go. Removing yourself from situations that are just like, there's nothing you could do about it. All right. And you really are going to be clearing yourself from just a lot of stuff. And you're really going to be moving into where you're supposed to be in life. I also heard destiny. I saw the word destiny. And you're like, you know what? I'm not going to be holding on to things that aren't making me feel good. I feel like you're going to come into a lot of not only clarity, yes, clarity. But I feel like it's going to be more than that. It's just going to be full awareness of where you are, what you are, who you are, and embracing it. You're really going to have a new perspective on what's really important and what's best for you. I'm also hearing like letting go of control issues too. Because maybe you were just holding on to a lot of things because you were scared, or you love them so much. And, it very much could be the things that you loved weren't really returning the favor, or you weren't getting, with a favorable outcome. Yes, you are going to have a favorable outcome, but I feel like this also goes to show that maybe for the longest time you kept trying and pushing and putting in effort and pouring your cup into things that weren't really deserving of it. And you kept pushing the narrative because you just wanted it so bad. And you kept pushing these people, and you kept pushing these situations because you loved it so much, and you just wanted that love returned to you. And I feel like in this month, you're finally going to take a step back and realize, you know what? I can't keep investing into things that don't want to return the favor. It's not productive. It's not practical. It's not leading me anywhere positive. And I feel like that's really going to help you climb into where you're supposed to be. And I feel like I also feel as though like if there is something that, like if you have a goal, or you have something that you are working towards, like say something, I don't want to say something that you can control, but something that you are able to achieve more practically on your own, like maybe a new job, or maybe finishing a task that you've been trying to, a project, or, a passion project, or I don't know, maybe, painting the inside of your house, or, things that you physically can go after and you can control, and that you can complete on your own. I feel like there is going to be a favorable outcome. I'm also seeing like deadlines. If there is like a goal that you're trying to meet, or a deadline that you have for like a project, I feel like you may get it done a little bit sooner than you anticipated, but I feel like you're going to be checking a lot of things off of your list, getting a lot of things done, and you're going to, you're going to be very, very pleased with the things that excuse me, you're going to be very pleased with the things that you are accomplishing for yourself. Now, these oracle cards I made on my own, so please do not laugh at me. I really want to make these into like legit cards. I don't really know how to do that. I would probably have to just like research it. So we have green candle, make a wish, Taurus, how fitting for the month of May, Cancer, honeybee, and Sagittarius. So we have, maybe you resonate with these, maybe these astrological signs are in your chart. Maybe they are significant to you. But if we look at, we're going to go ahead and start with these. If we look at Taurus, earth sign, fixed sign, Venus, the bull, and then these are the dates. So, you know what? I just realized that tomorrow is, so I'm recording this on 4/19, and then 4/20 is tomorrow. And I just realized that Taurus season starts tomorrow. So how funny. Anyway, so stable, pleasure seeking, materialistic, loyal, devoted. Taurians are also very hard workers. They are ruled by the second house, which is all about luxury items, things that are tangible, money, work ethic, you know, like your driving force, you know, the things that get you out of bed in the morning, you know, the things that like really drive you, and the things that, you know, it's also like, you know, luxury items, things that are, you know, tangible, but more like materialism things, which is why like money is very fixed in it. So you very much could, you could be working towards something. Maybe you are receiving a bonus, maybe you're receiving a promotion, or it's something work related. Maybe you're going to be working really hard, or you're working towards something, and it is going to come out favorable. So we got Cancer. So water, cardinal, moon, and the crab. And the dates are June 21st to July 23rd. Nurturing, moody, emotional, supportive, and compassionate. So Cancers are, you know, the mother of the zodiac. Very nurturing, very sensitive, very loving. They're ruled by the moon, so a lot of, you know, ebbs and flows. Emotions are constantly wavering. But Cancers are they're homebodies too. So maybe you'll be spending like a lot of time at home. Maybe you'll be feeling more comfortable at home. Maybe this will be an emotional month, because we did talk about a lot of healing. So maybe you're going to be getting in touch with your emotions. Maybe you, oh, this is random. Maybe for some of you, will be getting pregnant, or maybe you'll be delivering your baby in this month, if you are expecting, or if you're trying for a baby. It's another thing that I'm picking up on. Let's see, in May, it's also Mother's Day in the month of May as well. So maybe you'll be spending more time with your mother figures. Maybe you'll be celebrating Mother's Day. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm getting like a lot of maternal energy. So it could also be self-care. Maybe you'll be experiencing a lot of self-care in this month, taking care of yourself, mothering yourself, babying yourself. Maybe you'll be spending time with your kids as well, if you are a parent. We got Sagittarius, we got fire, mutable, Jupiter, and Centaur. So the dates are November 23rd to December 22nd. Optimistic, philosophical, expansive, idealistic, honest, and blunt. Yeah, so I feel as though that I feel as though that the main themes here is there is going to be a level of fiery energy in this month. You are going to be very optimistic. expansive. Like you really are going to want more for yourself in this month, and you really are going to be charging full speed ahead. Remaining really optimistic, very straightforward. You're not going to be sugarcoating anything in this month. You are going to be working towards a lot, and you are going to have the tenacity behind it. Sagittarians are, they're the archer, they're the centaur, and centaurs, not only are they very wise and full of knowledge, and they're teachers. Maybe you could be, teaching someone something or learning a lot in this month as well. But they have a very focused intention and target, because when you think of a centaur, and it's also the symbol, of Sagittarius, which is the bow and arrow. You are using the tools to implement going after what it is that you want. So I feel like you have an actual target of what it is you're going to be working towards this month. And I feel like it is going to be emotional, and it is going to have its ups and downs, but you are going to be so dedicated, because Taurus energy is fixed, and Taurians are also known for being very stubborn, or any kind of fixed sign are very stubborn. And you're going to be dedicated, and you're going to put your foot down. You're going to be like, no, this is what I want. This is what I'm working towards. These are my goals for this month. This is something that I want, and I am focused on, and I'm going to get it. And I feel like you are going to have a lot of like emotional breakthroughs in the process of reaching these goals, in the process of getting what it is that you want. And I feel like you are going to get it. And I feel like that in itself is going to be very emotional, because you're like, finally, like I did it. Like I have been working so hard for something, and I'm, I finally have it, and it's just going to be so rewarding and so like validating at the same time. So let's start with honeybee. So the honeybee symbolizes hard work and dedication, but much like the bee, they make time to smell the flowers. So that's actually one of my favorite things to reference when it comes to bees, is like, yes, they are really hard workers, and they have a purpose, and they have a drive. And it's so funny, I say purpose, like this is your life purpose. So I feel like you really are going to know what you're supposed to do. I feel like you're not going to be confused at all this month. You're not going to be trying to navigate. Like you know what your life purpose is. You know what you were put here for. And you're going to be doing the work. You're going to be doing it. But with that said, so funny, this is literally summarizing everything that we're talking about with these astrological signs. So, bees are a lot about balance. It's work-life balance, basically. So if you see a lot of bees, maybe this is going to be confirmation to make sure that you are balancing, your work life and your personal life. Make sure, you are dedicating time to reach your goals and get serious about what it is that you want. But you also need to make time for self-care that we talked about, and you need to make time to stop and smell the roses, to take time to, enjoy the sweet parts of life, and bathe in, the luxury of what you enjoy. It could be as simple as, taking a hot bath and watching a movie, and then, going to sleep early, maybe, just really, really nurturing and taking care of yourself at this time. Finding that balance of like, okay, I worked really hard today. I'm going to take time for myself and just do what I want to do. And that can literally be anything. Maybe you order food in and you watch like a rom-com or something, or you watch whatever, something that maybe that you've been wanting to watch for a while, or maybe a comfort movie, or maybe reading a book that you've been wanting to read for a while, or doing a puzzle, or listening to music. For a lot of you, so I'm recording this like after work, and I'm usually like pretty tired after work because I have a labor job basically. but I immediately got like so tired after channeling the message that I was about to say. But I feel like in this month you're going to be really tired, and I feel like you are going to be prioritizing your sleep a little bit more. And this is also confirming that you are going to be working really hard and you're going to be really, really tired. So make sure that you are prioritizing sleep. It could also be a really easy month. I don't know if you've been struggling with sleep, but they wanted me to tell you that you're going to be sleeping a lot better this month. And I think it's because you're healing and you're letting a lot of stuff go. You're not really you're not trying to control the situation, or you're not like obsessing over things that you were obsessing over before. And I feel like because of that, you're really going to start feeling like the retrograde of it. The retrograde of it. You're going to be feeling like, oh, like, when when you're like really stressed out and you finally like stop and take a beat and you're like, wow, like that really drained me. I feel like that it's going to be like a similar energy where it's like, wow, like I finally let all of that go, and I'm feeling, the repercussions of holding on to that for so long. It's like your body's going to be a little bit shook by by doing that for so long. So we got green candle, and it says health and healing, money, Archangel Raphael, fortune, wellness. I am comfortable in my physical and financial state. Yeah, you're gonna be making money this month. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if you guys got a promotion or a raise or a bonus of some sort, or just get for some of you, I don't know if you work in an industry where you get tipped, but I'm also seeing maybe you're going to be tipped handsomely. I'm also seeing gifts. Like, I don't know if someone is going to like gift you. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of things. I'm so sorry. I just started seeing a bunch of coins. I started hearing like ringing. I'm seeing like a casino. I don't know if you're going to like win a jackpot of some sort. I'm not condoning gambling. I am a gambler, if I am being honest, but I'm not saying that this is a sign to go to the casino. I'm just saying that is what I'm seeing. It could be a symbol for you just like winning the jackpot, or feeling like you are coming into a good fortune. Also, if you do practice candle work, I recommend burning a green candle if you are trying to bring in abundance, or if you are trying to bring in more money or prosperity or anything like that. Lighting a green, because green symbolizes wealth, and it also symbolizes health, wealth and health. So if you ever feel as though that you are sick, you need maybe some more energy and some more love as far as healing. Well, this is literally what we're talking about, health and wealth. This is the month for health and wealth. So, burn a green candle. Talk to Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is one of my favorite archangels. I worked with him very closely when my dog had cancer years ago, and he really did help with that. I worked with him. I burned a lot of green candles, and she is still with us today. And this was about 5 years ago when she was diagnosed with cancer, and she beat it, and she was in remission, and she's thriving. She's doing great. She's actually sleeping right next to me right now. Yeah. And it's also her birthday month, the month of May. Also, if you are a Taurus or a Gemini and your birthday is in the month of May, happy birthday. Birthdays are very important to me, so I always like to give people their flowers. I also refer to people born in the month of May, Mayflowers. April showers bring May flowers. So I always call, I have like a couple coworkers, and obviously, my dog, if they're born in the month of May, I'm like, oh, you're a Mayflower. Anyway. Not important. I went on a little bit of a tangent there. Anyway, burn a green candle if you do feel called to do so, and really channel that energy. You can work closely with Archangel Raphael if you do need help in, the healing realm. He is very comforting and very loving. Make a wish. So we got, do not hesitate or be afraid to ask for what you want. The higher powers are listening and want to help you with your heart's desires. Yeah. So there's some goals that you have set in the month of May. There are things that you want to reach. There are things that you want to accomplish, and I feel like you are going to accomplish them. Maybe pretty easily. I think you're going to be so focused and you're going to be so dead set on what it is that you want that channeling that energy is going to be easy, because you're like, okay, this, like, I know what I do. I know what I do. I know what I need to do to accomplish this. And it's just going to be like boom, 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 like one thing after another, like a domino effect. And it's going to be really great. So for you, my pile ones, the main theme and the main themes of the month of May is going to be health and wealth. Those are going to be your main themes for the month of May. And I feel like the first week or two of May is going to primarily be healing. And I feel like the rest of the month. Okay. So I'm picking up in week 1 through 2, maybe 2.5. Yeah, so the first 2 weeks of May is primarily going to be healing, letting a lot of stuff go, processing stuff. And then I want to say maybe weeks 2 through 3 of the month of May, I feel like it's going to have to do with money. If you are looking towards like a promotion, I'm seeing that being very promising. If you, so I have to say this. So keep in mind, this is a general reading for a number of people, or for a large group of people. Excuse me. So if you are seeing this, I really do see a lot of you getting the promotion or getting the recognition or the raise or the praise or bonus, something, money related. If your goals involve something in your line of work, I see that being very promising. If you are watching this and you don't get like a raise or promotion or anything that I just listed, I feel like it is on the way. And I feel like this is a stepping stone and a lesson, a blessing in disguise, they wanted me to say, a blessing in disguise for you moving into something else. I feel like you may get a new or different job as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify with tarot. Please and thank you, Spirit, for my group number ones. Is there anything that my group ones need to know regarding the month of May? 3 of Swords, yep, that healing. 9 of Pentacles, love it. And 8 of Swords, again, more healing. Why the 8 of Swords? Why is the 8 of Swords here? I want to take those. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Maybe you guys just broke up with someone. That's another thing that I picked up on. Maybe you just broke up with someone. Maybe someone made you feel unloved or unworthy, or okay, yeah, it came up again because the Knight of Cups in reverse came up. I think you may have broken up with someone, or someone rejected you or broke up with you, but I feel like there's someone new coming in. So one of two things, because we got the Chariot here too. So this is all about forward movement. The Chariot is also ruled by Cancer. So This could be emotional movement. This could just literally be you, full speed ahead, just moving forward emotionally, really getting over, I'm going to switch this because this popped up and like I didn't want to take, and then as soon as I put it back in my deck, I'm like, I should have kept that. But it popped back out, so it was meant to be. So I really feel like you are going to be getting over someone. I feel like this is a breakup. It doesn't have to be. It could be an emotional wound of some sort. Maybe someone just isn't stepping up to the plate. Maybe someone broke up with you or you broke up with them. I feel like this is a breakup. I feel like this is something that really hurt you, really in a weird way, kind of best for you at this time. Because I feel like with whatever the situation was, it gave you the opportunity to choose yourself, because I really do feel like you are the Nine of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles is probably one of my favorite cards. She's a very nurturing, loving, beautiful, abundant, radiant energy. And she also reminds me of the Queen of Pentacles a little bit too. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles just remind me of my mom. Like, it's just very mature, beautiful Capricorn energy to me. I love a Capricorn woman, by the way. They help me keep my shit together. But she is, she's beauty on the inside and the outside. And I feel like you going through this pain and this turmoil and experiencing this rejection or this disappointment with whoever this is, I feel like even though you're going through it, you're still going to be shining through so bright, and you still are going to be embodying this beautiful Nine of Pentacles energy. You're still going to remain strong. You're still going to have a smile on your face. You're still going to be getting your coin. You're still going to be, the little baddie that you are, regardless of, someone not seeing your worth or someone not appreciating you or making you feel less than. It doesn't mean you are less than just because someone made you feel that way. Your feelings aren't always the truth. Okay. So I feel like you are going to be moving forward on a new path. And I feel like you could be, so this is one of two things. The King of Wands could represent you, like you really are embodying a more powerful, mature, fiery, passionate, no BS, energy. Because we did talk about, Sagittarius here. I'm also picking up Leo energy, since this is King of Wands and this is, we have a lion here. But I feel like you really are going to be embodying this energy, and or someone new is coming in. Someone is going to be replacing, this BS. Someone's going to be replacing, whatever turmoil or heartache or disappointment that you experienced in the past. Something is going to be replacing that. Someone or something is going to I don't want to say fix, but make up for everything else. And I feel like this really could embody you, or it could embody, someone else. So if you are interested in men, it doesn't matter who you're interested in. But this is just an example. So if you're interested in men and say you just broke up with your boyfriend, or your boyfriend broke up with you, or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised if like a secret admirer or someone came forward and was like, F that guy, like they don't appreciate you, but I've always appreciated you. I've always, seen you and seen your worth, and, I really appreciate you, and, I'd really like to take you out or hang out. And I feel like they're really going to, now this could be someone else, or this could be you. I don't want you to get your hopes up and be like, what the hell, TJ? Like, you told me that this, new person was going to come in and make everything better. This very much could be you as well, especially if you are a fire sign. You don't have to be for that to apply, but someone who's, very passionate, very driven, very motivated. Since we have a Sagittarius card here, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Sagittarius. Again, doesn't have to be. Or a Cancer, Where was I going with this? But yeah, at the end of the day, either you or someone else is going to replace all of this like wounded energy, and you're gonna have that fire back, you're gonna have that passion back, you're gonna have that tenacity back, and all is gonna be well. Anything else? Let's just do a couple more, and then we can go ahead and close up. Got 3 of Pentacles, and then we got 2 of Wands. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stability, a lot of success. Yeah, and I feel like I just heard like you're going to be choosing you. You already know which way, which direction to go. You already know, like, yeah, you've already chosen a wand, and yeah. So the Two of Wands isn't necessarily making a decision. It's like you already know what your decision is. It's just taking the next step. So it's more like you've just made a decision about something, or it's like a fresh decision. So you're going to be making more decisions for yourself, which is, oh, that's what it is. Okay. So if you are moving into like a new job or a new, obviously you're going to be going through a lot of endeavors, but after, this new sense of stability or practicality, or even like day-to-day routine, some sort of success that brings you a lot of stability, that is what's going to help you move into the next chapter. So this is going to be a very important month for you, by the way, my pile ones. A very important month, because a lot of decisions are going to be made. A lot of new chapters are going to start. This is when a lot of things are just going to start happening in order for you to move into the next chapter of your life. This is when things are actually going to be shifting, actually going to be changing, and you're actually going to see progress, is in the month of May. Awesome. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so excited for you, my pile ones. That is all I have for you today. We did like a half an hour reading for you. I really hope that I do the same amount of time for the rest of my piles. I was kind of spoiling you a little bit with the information. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, share. Please comment down below if this resonated. I would love to hear from you. If you do feel called to do so, please do. I would love to hear from you. But I will see you next time in the next reading, and I will see you then. Bye. Welcome, my pile twos, to your reading. If you chose this smoky quartz crystal, this reading is for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh my Lord, this is the second time I've knocked into something on my desk. So we have third eye chakra, we have crystals, we have twin flame. Oh my. We have base chakra, which is also your root chakra, if I am not mistaken. These I'm going to save for the end. We got focus upon divine and perfect health. Positive thoughts create positive results. Innocence. Some of you may be really tapping more into your spiritual side. Maybe your intuition is really going to be popping off this month. So the month of May, that is Taurus and Gemini. Maybe those signs are significant for you. Also, I just want to say, if your birthday is in the month of May, happy birthday. Happy birthday if you are a Taurus or a Gemini. I refer to people born in the month of May as Mayflowers. So happy birthday, you Mayflower. Let me see. So third eye chakra, crystals, twin flame, base chakra. Wow. I wonder if you're going to be calling in your divine counterpart. If you are already in a relationship, this could be an indication of you. Okay, I'm picking up on a couple things. This isn't going to be super significant. It was just a random thing that popped up in my head. Also, please take what resonates. This isn't going to apply for everyone. I feel like this is just for a small number of you guys. So if you're currently in a relationship and you are well aware, or you're moving into that energy of this relationship isn't suiting you, it's not, you've kind of realized that maybe you guys aren't meant to be together. Maybe you've been fighting a lot lately or a lot recently, and I feel like maybe for some of you, you've come to the conclusion that this just isn't your person. I feel like you could be raising your vibration right now to really call in a more suitable partner. If you are not in a relationship, also please use your own discernment. If this isn't I'm literally not telling you to break up with your significant other. This is only if you are listening to your intuition, if it resonates to where you've had it in the back of your mind, like, I don't really vibe with this person anymore, or I'm not really into this relationship anymore, or just please use your own discernment, and please trust your own gut, your own intuition. Make sure you are always listening to yourself. Please do not take these pick a card readings and like run with them. Please be responsible. I'm only saying that because third eye chakra is here. Third eye chakra and then base chakra. So third eye, that's all about your intuition. That's all about your own inner guidance. That's all about really trusting yourself and trusting your gut, and really, being true to you, being honest with yourself, and realizing, you know what? I really don't think this relationship is benefiting me the way that I thought it was. Or if there were small little whispers here and there, or when I say whispers, it could be red flags, where like, oh, like I don't really think that's something that we can really work on or work through. Like, I think we're just different, or I think, this is just a little too toxic. This isn't what I want, So if there are, little like red flags here and there that you've paid attention to, but not quite, I feel like in this month, they are going to become a little bit louder. And this is all going to be based on what makes you feel safe and secure and grounded and comfortable in, your day-to-day life. I feel like you are going to be clearing out and being honest with yourself a lot more. With crystals, this is all about energy. This is all about working with elements around you. Crystals are from the earth, so it could be like earth energy. You could be becoming more grounded, which makes a lot of sense since we do have the base chakra here. I feel like this is all about using the elements around you, but also using your tools and resources. But it's also about leaning into a higher vibration, leaning into what feels good as opposed to what doesn't feel good, and really honoring that. With twin flame here, if you are single, let me finish my thought. So if you're in a relationship and you're slowly starting to realize, like, I don't really think this relationship is best for me or working for me, these could be the beginning phases of you starting to pull away, or starting to maybe end things, or really see what else is out there and what really benefits you. Like I said before, use your own discernment only if you feel called to do so. I'm literally not telling you to break up with your significant other. I would never tell you to do that. Free will, okay? Whatever is best for you, whatever turns you on. If you are single, I really feel like you are going to start feeling your divine counterpart a lot more. I feel like you're going to be a lot more intuitive and sensitive to the energies around you, and what kind of partner you really want, what that looks like, what you need from them, what you want from them, what's important to you, what's not important to you. And I don't know, I feel like there's going to be some sort of like gravitational pull that you're going to feel. I feel like you're going to intuitively feel some kind of shift when it comes to your divine counterpart. And I feel like I don't know if this is going to manifest physically, but I feel like it's going to be an intuitive feeling that you have, where you're just like, oh, that's interesting. And I don't know. That's just something I'm picking up on. Anyway, moving forward. So focus upon divine and perfect health, positive thoughts create positive results, and innocence. Excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn. Focus upon divine and perfect health. Yeah, you're really going to be focusing on what's best for you, regardless of the situation. I feel like you're really just going to be running solo this month. And I don't say that as a negative. I don't say, like, you're really going to be internalizing a lot of things. You're going to be practicing like grounded energy. And I'm picking that up because of crystals and base chakra. And I feel like it's really going to help your health, and it's going to make you feel a lot more stable, a lot more grounded, a lot more safe emotionally. And I feel like that's going to help with your health a lot. Yeah, either mental health, physical health. I'm also seeing like strawberries, like fruits and vegetables, maybe smoothies. I don't know if you've been called to like drink more smoothies or more juices. I'm seeing strawberries for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you're going to be craving like fruits, or you're going to be, I mean, in the month of May, that's usually when the weather starts to get a little bit warmer. I also saw watermelon. Maybe you're going to garden, or maybe you're going to go to like a farmer's market or something in the month of May. And you're really going to love, oh my God, maybe you are. Maybe you're going to go to a farmer's market. And I feel like that's just going to bring you like a lot of joy. And that's going to kind of spark something in you. Maybe you're going to be going through like a health kick in the month of May. Maybe like a friend or something, like a friend or someone invites you to like a market or like a farmer's market or something like that. And you're like, oh, okay, like I'll go. And you go and you realize like how much you love it. And I wouldn't be surprised if you like went back and got more things, because I see like herbs, I see a garden, I see like straw hats, I see I see like fruits and vegetables. Maybe you're just buying like more fruits, because correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that strawberries are in season. There's something about strawberries. Look up the symbolism of strawberries if you're watching this, if you feel called to do so. But yeah, I keep seeing strawberries for whatever reason. Anyway, not important. Or it probably is important, otherwise it wouldn't pop into this message. But yes, focusing more on fruits and vegetables. That's what I'm picking up, mostly fruits for whatever reason. So that could just be maybe if you have a sweet tooth, lean more into produce as opposed to like processed, like refined sugars. It's another thing I'm picking up on. I also am picking up on like angel food cake. So I don't know if any of you like have ever had angel food cake, but usually the way that me and my family eat it is like we blend up strawberries and then we put it on top of the angel food cake with like whipped cream. It's delicious. Anyway, or angel food cake, or what is it? Strawberry shortcake. I don't know why this keeps coming up. So it's important to somebody. I don't, if I am saying anything regarding strawberries and that is a sign to you, please know to move forward with whatever resonates with this. Maybe it'll pop up again soon, but this is probably confirmation or a sign that this reading is for you. Okay. All right. So positive thoughts create positive results, and innocence. I feel like you, like I said before, I feel as though you're really going to be focusing on you. I'm seeing you spending a lot of time with yourself and by yourself, but it's lovely. It's like lovely energy, and I feel like you're going to be making choices for you. And I feel like you're going to be outdoors a lot more. Like you're going to be partaking in little social events that you haven't before, and it's nice. Because I'm picking up on like fresh air, because it's still gonna be like springtime. Like the weather's gonna be warmer. You're gonna be more gravitated towards doing like outside activities. And with innocence, I feel like this is I'm picking up on like inner child energy. Like you're gonna be doing like fun activities with yourself and by yourself. Or maybe you're just gonna be spending more time with kids or something. Because in the month of May, it is Mother's Day. So if you are a mother, I feel like you could be catering towards your kiddos. Okay, or maybe your mom. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward with these. We got white candle, lavender, Pisces, apocalypse, sunshine. What did I tell you? Virgo, and then Libra. Pisces, Virgo, Libra. Okay. I'm going to start with apocalypse. So with apocalypse, a lot of people freak out at the term apocalypse because they think apocalypse means the end of the world, when it really doesn't. It just means a huge transformation in order to move on to the next phase of something. So, where there is death and dismay, there's also a new chapter and opportunity. Take this moment to be creative and get what you want. So, as I said before, people see apocalypse as like, a zombie apocalypse. It's the end of the world. It's, decay and disaster and destruction. And, even though there is like an element of chaos to, deaths and dismays and hardships, there are a lot of good things that travel behind. And I feel as though that the month of May is going to have some upheavals. It is going to have a lot of endings, a lot of deaths, a lot of hard truths I'm picking up on as well, especially if you do resonate with the fact of like maybe the person that you're in, or if you're in a relationship, possibly if the relationship that you're in, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, professional. It can be platonic. It could be family related. If you feel as though that this relationship really isn't benefiting you and it's really not for you, then that's a death in itself. It's you realizing not only your worth, but just realizing that, this is reality. And some things you can try to fix, but some things just are what they are. And there's nothing you can really do to change your feelings or change the truth of the matter, if that makes sense. You can really, if you're in a romantic relationship with somebody and, you've been doing the work, you've been, working together, you've been, trying to, navigate the relationship, sometimes things just don't work, and it's okay. Sometimes, like, not every single person on this earth is meant to get along and work well with every single person on this earth. it's okay to have differences, and it's okay to not be compatible. It's okay to not be together if it's just not working, and it doesn't mean it has to end in, destruction and chaos. Even though that you have love towards someone, it doesn't mean you need to be together, especially if it's not working, especially if you guys just are so different and just don't see eye to eye and have the same vision on things. Okay. Lavender. I'm picking up on a lot of serenity. As I mentioned before with like this farmer market, maybe you're going to be working with lavender. Maybe I'm also picking up on lavender lemonade. Maybe you're going to be working with lavender. Maybe you're going to buy lavender. Maybe you're going to be using lavender essential oils. But this is all about, relaxation. It's also a representation of divine feminine. Divine feminine, relaxation, intuition. Honor and pay attention to your feminine abilities and gifts right now. Yeah, so this is all about sensitivity. We have Pisces here, which is also sensitivity. Virgo too. Virgo is, the maiden, a mother figure, a nurse, caretaker, so on and so forth. So it is very intuitive, sensitive, caretaker energy. I feel like you're going to be taking care of yourself a lot this month, and you're going to be focusing on things that make you happy with sunshine. You're going to be focusing on your health, and you're going to be realizing, some people aren't meant to be in my life, and that's okay. Okay, let's get a white candle here. Protection, Archangel Michael, comfort, safety, all is well. There is no need to worry. Yeah. So I feel like you are going to be, you're going to be leaning into stability. You're going to be leaning into what makes you comfortable, what makes you feel secure and safe within yourself. And I'm also picking up like you setting on, clearer boundaries. I encourage you to work with Archangel Michael if you're not feeling safe, stable, secure in a situation. He's basically like the big brother for everybody. He is omnipresent, which means he is everywhere all at once. You can call upon him at any time if you need him. He is literally like the divine protector. So if you're feeling unsafe, if you're feeling uneasy in a situation, please call upon him. He will listen. I guarantee it. So this is all about finding stability and feeling safe and secure and happy and content and being at peace with whatever it is that is going on, and feeling that sense of peace within yourself, really being able to receive good things instead of always giving those good things. Maybe with Virgo energy here, maybe you were always and Libra energy too. Libras are people pleasers. So maybe as though you've been in this mindset of constantly taking care of other people or always putting other people's needs first before your own. And I feel like there is, you leaning more into the other side of, well, what is it that I want? This is my life, and I need to make decisions based on my needs instead of everybody else's needs. I feel like this is a lot about honesty this month for you, my pile twos. A lot of honesty, a lot of hard truths, a lot of hard pills to swallow, and realizing what is not only what you want, but what is also good for you and best for you. And it's combining those two things, combining what you need and what you want at the same time. Realizing what you need is what you want, or what you want is also what you need. Okay? Let's look at sunshine. Go outside and soak up some vitamin D. You have spent too much time inside. The sun provides The sun provides a positive life source for you and is a symbol of optimism. What did I tell you? You're going to be spending time outside. That's why I kept seeing like farmers markets and, little events like that. I also saw a water park for some reason. Yeah, have fun. Go outside. Enjoy the sunlight. Enjoy the sunlight. Let's go ahead and read Pisces. So water mutable, Neptune, fish. Maybe you guys are going to be dreaming a lot this month too. Empathetic, artistic, intuitive, mystical, friendly, dreamy, imaginative. I love Pisces. Okay, we got Virgo. Earth, mutable, Mercury, maiden. Detailed, organized, logical, helpers, problem solvers. And we got Libra. Air, cardinal, Venus, and the scales. So kind, gentle, romantic, diplomatic, laid back, indecisive, and balanced. Yeah, I feel as though you are going to be leaning. You're going to be leaning into you this month. I feel like you're really going to get to know you, and you're really going to get to know, you know, I'm also picking up on like a sense of freedom. If you do break up with someone this month, I feel like afterwards, I feel like you're going to feel a little rejuvenated. Obviously, you're going to be going through like your healing periods, but I feel like it's and I think that's where that innocence is coming from, where it's just like, okay, this is, you know, a new chapter, and you're going to be searching for, I don't want to say searching for the next best thing, but it's like kind of like a kid in a candy store type energy. You know, you're going to be excited about what's next, you know, in your next upward, you know, trajectory. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's going to be lovely. I feel like there is like a sense of innocence, like kids playing outside. Like that's what I keep seeing. You're going to a farmer's market. That's literally, I don't know why that keeps coming up, but it's like you're going to be spending time outdoors, and you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy the sunshine. Maybe seeing like kids run around a park. I'm seeing like a park. I'm seeing like bodies of water. I'm seeing a fountain. I'm seeing like a water park. Maybe you get invited to like a kid's birthday party or something. Please take if that resonates. But it's like fun and joy and excitement and innocent and, you know, laughter and, you know, focusing on things that are important in life. Sorry, I didn't realize my crystal is like so dusty. Yeah, not so much. I don't know. You're just going to be having a new sense of vitality this month, and it's going to be lovely. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify with tarot. Please and thank you, Spirit, for my pile twos. I almost stopped the video right there, and I was like, wait, no, there's more. All right. Please and thank you, Spirit, for my pile twos. Is there anything else they need to know about the month of May? What else do they need to know about the month of May? All right, so we got 4 of Wands. Yep, happy home life. 2 of Swords. I'm also picking up like a sense of freedom. It's like you're not letting things hold you back or like dictate your mood anymore. King of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be making a decision on something. Something that's going to bring out, yeah, look at that, 9 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to let things, and look, we got King of Pentacles too. Let me put that right there. So, yeah, you're going to be in your element. It's like you are finally going to detach from things that no longer serve you. It's like you're going to have you literally are going to make a decision that is going to bring so much wisdom and clarity, and it's going to, from that alone, bring in so much happiness and so much victory and joy, and not even contentment. It's like beyond contentment. It's like yeah, freedom. That's literally what I keep hearing, like freedom. And it's like, you know what? Like, I am going to completely detach from this drama. Yeah, you're detaching from drama. That's what it is. And you're going to feel so stable and so secure in yourself, maybe even financially stable, because you're finally letting go of things that were bringing you down. You know, like, I don't know why I keep saying, I don't know if this is a movie. Please let me know if it is a movie, and I just literally can't think of it right now, but I keep seeing like the main character is a woman, and she's married to just like a very very shitty man, but she doesn't let him get to her. Like, she's still very bubbly and loving and joyful, and like she just accepts that he's a shitty person. But she's finally realized, like, you know what, I can do better than this, and yeah, I don't want this anymore. So, you know, she leaves him, and she starts, you know, really enjoying, you know, the love and the good things in life, and realizes that there's a whole world out there for her, and she doesn't necessarily let, you know, her partner or like the people who are shitty to her, you know, define her or make her feel bad about herself. She's just like, she just accepts the fact that they're shitty and moves on to something better. You know, it's like, you're not going to be feeding the flame anymore of the drama or the bullshit or the, you know, toxicity of other people. You're going to choose to be happy, and you're going to lean into that happiness. That's going to be the main themes for you this month, my pile twos, is leaning into the happiness. You know, realizing that shitty people are shitty people and there's nothing you can do about it. So you're just going to be like, okay, well, you can go ahead and be shitty, and I'm going to go ahead and not be, and live my life for me, and you have fun with that. Yeah, that's what I see for you, my pile twos, and good on you. Yes, so that is all I have for you today, my pile twos. I really hope this resonated. Please let me know if it did. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you feel called to do so. I really want to know if this resonated. And I will see you in the next reading. You take care. Bye. Welcome, my pile threes, to your pick a card reading. If you chose this purple, I think it's a purple calcite. Please correct me if I'm wrong, or it could be a purple quartz. This reading is for you. Let's go ahead and lean into it. And don't know if I clarified before, pre-shuffled oracles, and then we are going to clarify with tarot at the very end. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we have heart chakra, emotional sensitivity, singing and dancing, ascended masters. These I'm going to save for later. Make a commitment. Go forward fearlessly. Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. So every single pile that I've read for, obviously you are the last pile, my pile threes that I am recording. But the last two piles, piles 1 and 2, they also got hints of healing. So you're not going to be the only pile that is going through a sense of healing. I feel like that's just going to be a huge theme for the month of May in general. Since we have heart chakra, emotional sensitivity, I feel like you're going to be very sensitive this month. You're going to be feeling a lot of things this month. You are going to be, I feel like your heart is going to be expanding. I feel like you're going to be opening yourself up to different forms of love, or it could very much be a little bit of the opposite. I'm not saying that you're going to be closing yourself off or closing up your heart chakra. I feel like you could just be protecting yourself a little bit more, being selective with who you share your intimate details, your heart, your soul, your sensitivity, your love. You know, you're going to be a little bit more selective with who you share your thoughts, feelings, emotions with. I do feel as though that this is going to be a fun month for you since we have singing and dancing. I feel like you are going to be a little bit lighter. I feel like there are going to be elements of healing, but I feel like you're going to be moving into a more innocent and childlike energy. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel more free. I keep seeing like pixies and sprites around. Like, I don't know if you are going to lean more into like the fae or like fairy energy. It's kind of funny. Or like cherubs. So in the month of May, so the second half of May, that's like Gemini season. So I actually wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I forgot to mention. Also, if your birthday is in the month of May, happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful birthday this month. Anyway, with singing and dancing, maybe you're going to be celebrating. Maybe you are going to be spending more time singing. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you are a songwriter. Maybe you just love music. Maybe you're going to be going out to the clubs. Maybe you're going to be dancing more. Maybe you're going to be having more like girls' nights out. Things of that nature. Maybe you're going to be going out more. Maybe you're going to be going to concerts more in the month of May. Maybe going to shows. Let's see, we have Ascended Masters. I feel as though you're going to feel a sense of comfort this month. I feel, even though like, you know, your heart chakra and emotional sensitivity, I feel like you are going to be very sensitive to energies around you. You're going to be very sensitive to your guides and actually feeling them around you. I don't know why this is going to be a very sensitive time for you, my pile threes. You're going to be your heart is going to be softening. You're going to be feeling a lot of things this month, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like you are going to be feeling so much, and I do see a lot of tears, but they aren't necessarily bad. I feel like this is just you feeling everything to your full capacity, because your emotional sensitivity, it is a gift. It is a gift, and you need to honor it. And I feel like maybe you're really going to be there for other people. Maybe other people are going to be going through a hard time or an emotional time during this month, and maybe you're just there for them. Maybe you cry with them, or you let them cry on your shoulder. But this is going to be a bit of a breakthrough month for you, my pile threes, from an emotional standpoint. And I feel like because you're going to be feeling so much, I feel like you are going to internalize a lot of things. So with forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. I feel like maybe someone if someone has like hurt your feelings in the past, or maybe someone's going to be hurting your feelings this month, maybe trying to like project their stuff onto you. This is just a little bit of a warning. It doesn't have to resonate, but it could. Just please keep in mind you are always protecting your energy. Make sure you are always, setting, clear boundaries, healthy boundaries. And, don't blame yourself for, whatever situation. Also, please take what resonates. With make a commitment and go forward fearlessly. If you have any goals, or if you have anything specific that you say, you've been going like back and forth on making a decision, or you're really hesitant on, committing to one thing, or committing, to a certain situation. Archangel Michael is encouraging you to, make a commitment or make a decision, regardless of what that is, and roll with it. Roll with it with confidence. Because as soon as you as soon as you do that, a lot of good things are going to be, it's going to be a domino effect. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these. We got friends and family. Create something. Stop wasting time. Yeah, you need to commit to something. You need to make a decision on something and just do it and run with it. Gemini. Soulmate. Interesting. Cluttering. And we have strength. Wow. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to move these over a little bit so you can see all of it. Okay. I didn't want to be too on the nose with this commitment card, but the fact that soulmate came out and cluttering came out, that I found to be a bit interesting, my pile threes. So if you are in a situation, maybe you're trying to decide, maybe you're dating and you're trying to decide between, two people, or maybe three, maybe, more than two. Archangel Michael, or, whoever, your guides, angels, whoever, maybe even you, they want you to make a commitment. If you're afraid to, trust this person, if you're afraid to, really be honest with yourself about a certain connection, or this has something to do with a relationship. This has some, maybe they're a friend right now. Maybe they are, wow. The more that I look at these cards, the more it's literally encouraging you to take a leap of faith on this significant other. Okay, I'm gonna read these and then I'm gonna circle back. So we got friends and family here. Talk with the people who are on your side and love you, for they only want what is best for you. We got create something. Take time for yourself to be creative and have fun with it. You are a unique individual that can bring peace within yourself by doing an activity you love. Stop wasting time. Higher powers are urging you to take action now. You have had enough time to think over this situation. You have the resources you need. Now go. Wow. Okay. And we got Gemini, Air, Mutable, Mercury, Twins. So Gemini season actually does start in the month of May. I find that interesting. So expressive, clever, quick-witted, intellectual, and fun. And we got soulmate. There's a strong karmic connection here. Enjoy and learn from these lessons with an open heart. We got cluttering. Love, loyalty, and friendship. A true act of devotion is present at this time. Make room to receive this now. And we got strength. You are a warrior. The situation you're in is nothing compared to your power inside. Stand up for yourself and choose you. I don't know, my pile threes. If there is someone on your mind, if there's someone that you can't stop thinking about, if there is someone, maybe this person hurt you, maybe this person broke your heart, maybe or vice versa, maybe you hurt someone, or maybe you can't stop thinking about someone. This could be someone who is a friend, although that doesn't have to resonate. Maybe this is someone that you recently broke up with. Maybe this is someone that returned to your life. I mean, whatever the situation is, I feel like this is someone that you have been contemplating for a long time. Because with stop wasting time here, this is something that the universe is like, are you going to do something or not? Are you going to create a commitment? Are you going to create a relationship with this person? Are you going to do something about this? Because if you're not going to, then like what are you going to do? And then the fact that this is what's really tripping me out is cluttering. So cluttering, that is it is an Irish ring that it's really deep in Irish culture. And I actually I'm Irish on my dad's side, but I wasn't familiar with claddagh rings until I started watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer is very important to me, if you know me at all. It is literally one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And that ring is very, very significant in that show. So people of Ireland would exchange claddagh rings as a sign of devotion. And if the heart is facing you, it means that you belong to somebody. And it is like the very sacred foundations of a relationship, where that's loyalty, friendship, and love, you know. And I feel as though that you really care about this person, and this person probably cares about you. I mean, soulmate is right dead center in this reading. And I feel like this could be either coming towards you or something that you need to fully embrace and give into in order for it to come in, you know, whatever the situation may be. And I feel like that could manifest during Gemini season, so probably the second half of May. But I feel like at this time there does need to be a little bit of healing and a little bit of responsibility and accountability that needs to go in. And I think that's the reason why, you know, with emotional sensitivity and dancing, I do think that you need time to heal, and you need time to, and if there isn't, you know, if you are genuinely trying to get over someone and you're trying to move on to somebody else, or just, you know, a different, you know, situation, or just move on in general, I feel as though that you do need to start investing in yourself. You need to start investing in believing that you can be with someone, or you can be with someone else. And I feel like you have the strength and you have the tools to move forward and, you know, let this situation go. But what I'm picking up specifically, I'm picking up on, you know, maybe someone hurt you in the past, but you really are meant to be with them. I feel like this is a complicated situation. It could be deeper than, you know, and also please take what resonates. You know, don't run with this. If you know for a fact that this relationship was toxic and not working, you know, for you, then please be honest with yourself. But if you feel as though, you know, this person has never intentionally gone out of their way to hurt you or make you feel terrible, if that was never their intention, if they are the type that, you know, continuously like care about your feelings and, you know, wants to make you feel safe and secure and, you know, so on and so forth, you know, then, you know, this could be someone that you should give, you know, a second chance to, and you should consider, and you should really look into healing those wounds and being open to, you know, hearing this person out, or be willing to make some sort of commitment to move forward with it, you know. And I think this is something that can really blossom into something very, very beautiful and very sacred. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify with tarot here. My pile threes, please and thank you, Spirit, for connecting me to my pile threes energy, and please let us know what they need to know regarding the month of May. All right, what is going on in the month of May for my pile threes? What do they need to know? What do my pile threes need to know regarding the month of May? Please and thank you, Spirit. It's too much. All right. Got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Got the Chariot. Got the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you could be working on your stability right now, or I don't know why I'm picking up on stubbornness. Maybe someone in this connection is an earth sign and they're just being very stubborn about, moving forward, because this is all about travel, the Three of Wands, and then the Chariot is literally about travel too. But with the Page of Pentacles reverse and the King of Pentacles reverse, this is all about feeling unsafe. This is all about being stubborn and being practical, but being very by the book. And it's like, well, no, that, I committed to this, and, it's very black and white energy is what I'm picking up on. And I feel like there could be someone in this connection that is like, well, no, I have to do this because I, committed to this and I did that. It's like they're not giving themselves wiggle room, or they're not giving themselves grace, which is why there's like so much heartache and there's so much disappointment and yeah, just very like heartbreaking energy, because someone just won't let up. Oh my goodness. I really feel like it's you that is going through a lot of the heartbreak and a lot of the emotional sensitivity, because someone just won't give in to what is obvious. Oh, I'm so sorry, my pile threes, if this is what you're going through. This sounds horrible and terrible. You could be in love with this person, and this person could be in love with you. Ballsy May. Oh, we got the Empress reverse. This person could have made you feel unwanted. Yeah, they're being stubborn. But what's ironic is I don't feel like this person wants to lose you per se. Maybe they friend zoned you with like friends and family here. All right, what is going on in the month of May for my pile threes? What is going on in the month of May? Can you clarify this Nine of Cups? What will bring out this Nine of Cups energy? Four of Wands and Three of Swords. Okay, healing. Tell me more. Like, what is the journey? It makes me wonder if Spirit just wants this to be a surprise, because it's like I feel like the story isn't fully being told. It's like, okay, they're telling me that someone's being stubborn and someone wants to come forward. But they're not really telling me how that's going to happen. They're just jumping forward to, oh, you're going to be happy. You're going to be emotionally fulfilled. And I was asking, okay, well, why and how are they going to be, emotionally fulfilled? And we got the Four of Wands and we got the Three of Swords reversed. So this is all about healing. This is all about stability, happy home life. But they're not really telling me that someone's coming forward per se. I mean, it's possible, because we do have travel and we do have, two different forms of travel. But the fact that this is very confusing. And then we have the Empress reversed. I don't really like seeing the Empress reversed too much. Why is the Empress reversed? Oh. tell me more. Why the Devil? Why the Empress reversed? High Priestess. Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah. Okay, I'm picking up on a little bit of back and forth energy with this. I feel like someone in this connection. Okay, this is what I'm picking up on. Someone in this connection knows, well, I feel like both of you know that this is a significant connection. But someone specifically knows, is just being ignorant, is ignoring the fact that this is a deep connection, that this is a spiritual connection, that you guys are meant to be together. So they're being very stubborn because there's something getting in the way. Maybe it's a third party, maybe it's work, maybe it's distance. And I feel like this person is just being too prideful to actually admit what's going on and what's very obvious. And so in the result, the other person got very hurt by this, got very wounded, got very, maybe even defensive, maybe even, pissed off at the fact. And I feel like both of you, it's like you guys both want to come together, but there's like an air of stubbornness where one person is like, well, you hurt me, so fuck you. I'm going to move on and do me and, be happy in my own way, which I very much feel like that person could do. And I think that's why I'm getting such like opposed energy, where it's like, well, I'm just going to focus on me and I'm just going to, create my own happiness, which I really feel like that person can do. But at the end of the day, there is still this attraction. There is still this, obsession deep down, even though you may not feel wanted, even though you may not feel like you are the priority in this situation. And there could be, an air of like coldness too, because someone's being stubborn. And I feel like one person is being stubborn, so the other person is like, well, fine, if you're going to be stubborn, then I'm going to be stubborn too, and I'm just going to continuously, focus on me. Okay, but how is this going to be resolved, if it's going to be resolved? Someone needs to let go, which is what was, stated, before. It's like someone needs to let their guard down. And I feel like both of you are just... King of Pentacles. Okay. Someone's going to let their guard down. I mean, are they going to take their sweet time? Probably. So it'll probably be towards the end of the month with Gemini season here. Yep. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this happened because you started, creating your own happiness. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do me. I'm going to heal, all of this BS that you put me through. It's like, fine. If you're going to be stubborn, you keep saying that you want to come forward. And I know you want to come forward, but you're being so tight with your decisions, so tight with your money, and so, prideful in, technicalities, and being so black and white about everything. I'm just going to let you marinate in that, and I'm going to... I think that's why emotional sensitivity came out too, how I was telling you, be careful, still protect yourself. It's like, okay, I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to withdraw my energy. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to find my own happiness. And I feel like that is when you know, you pulling back your energy and you really, you know, finding your own happiness, I feel like that is when the shift is going to start. It's going to be slow, but I feel like the perspective is going to change and it's going to be impactful somehow. Queen of Cups reversed. It's supposed to be right side up. Yep. All right. Anything else in the month of May? Yeah, this person's gonna notice that, you know, you're not messing around. Maybe you really want someone to commit to you. And you're like, yeah, I'm not playing these games. I'm not playing with you anymore. Yep. You're walking away for you. Okay. But you know, this is all making a choice on what's, you know, best for you. And I feel like you are finally going towards things that are worthy of your energy and your time and your emotional integrity. But I want to know if this person is actually going to do anything substantial. Yeah. Yeah, this person could open up about their feelings. I feel like they are going to take their time, though. This is all about moving towards what's hidden. What else? What else? Is this person going to come towards on pile 3? Damn, this person is so stubborn. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't feel like this is fully decided. This person is so strong-willed and so stubborn. I literally, I can't. I don't think I've ever really tapped into an energy like this where this person's will is so strong. Like they are like a tree, like a redwood. Like this person is just like very loyal. And when I say loyal, it's like as soon as they, you know, like their word is their word is their word, you know? And it's like if they say they're going to do something, like they do it. And if they, you know, feel as though, you know, doing something is right, they stand by that. Which I mean is great. But I feel like, you know, when it really comes to something that when it really comes to something, especially like in this case, like where it's very obvious, like you guys are meant to be together, you know, you're supposed to be together. At least that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Because we got some really intense cards earlier. You know, I feel like there is potential for this person to really come forward. And I feel like they will. I don't know if they're actually going to provide what it is you're looking for. And I feel like they may try to like tap into you and tap into your feelings. Like I feel like they're going to try to, yeah. They're really going to be working towards like getting deep with you, getting deep within you, really, you know, connecting with you, getting emotional with you. And I feel like there is a sense of, a little bit of, untrusting energy on your side. And when I say untrusting, I mean like you don't really fully trust this person because they hurt you. I feel like this is a lot of a lot of healing, yeah, but I feel like this is definitely something that you guys are really going to have to work through, because I feel like they have to earn your trust again, is what I'm picking up on, because I really feel like this person disappointed you and hurt you and made you feel like the Empress reverse, which is the Empress reverse and the Queen of Swords. Like, I feel like this person made you into an ice queen. And that is something that you do not like showing to people. That is something that you do not like to be brought out of you. And they brought that out of you. So I feel like this is them, trying to warm you up, trying to, get in your good graces again, there's like effort being made, but it's like you're just like, I don't know. And I feel that's why I'm saying, like, there's effort that needs to be made on both sides. And, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, do what you feel like is best for you. I'm not telling you to do one thing or another. The only thing that I am telling you, that I'm picking up on, that this is a beautiful connection. This is a deep connection. This is a lovely connection. But I'm also very understanding and empathetic that once feelings are hurt and once trust is broken, that it's hard. It can be hard to repair. And I get that. I get that big time. Trust is very important to me. As I imagine it, it was, important to you, where it mattered the most. And, this person broke your trust, and they need to build it back, and they need to put in the effort. They really do need to put in the effort. With stop wasting time, like, I don't know what they're waiting for. I really don't. I do feel as though that you need to work on, healing yourself and, letting your guard down a little bit as well. Obviously, take your time. But I really feel like this person needs to move fast. Otherwise, they may lose you. That's the energy I'm picking up on. And I feel like a lot of this could be going on during Gemini season. Maybe the 21st. Maybe the 21st. So about like a month from now. And I feel like if this person doesn't act quickly, I know I said this already, but if this person doesn't act quickly, they could use you. They could lose you, excuse me. And I feel like they will really regret it if they do. Because I feel like you could kind of go either way with this. You could, continue to choose yourself, and you could continue, to move forward in a different direction and find, another divine counterpart. Or you could, give this person a chance if you really wanted to. But I feel like they're really going to have to put in some effort. And that's something that that's something that you're not going to negotiate. Queen of Swords in reverse, that is a scary placement. That's probably like one of the coldest placements of a tarot card, is the Queen of Swords. Like, that is someone that uses words as violence. That is someone who does not show any type of like emotional warmth. That is someone who is an ice queen, to say the least. That is someone who is like, you are cut off, you are done, and I feel like this person, really made you feel, this person hurt you. And, continue to forgive yourself, continue to be gentle with yourself, continue to have fun. And I really do encourage you, to keep choosing yourself and focus on, friends and family. Choose the important things in life. And honestly, if this person does decide to come back into your life, I don't think you wouldn't be honest, but I would genuinely tell them, like, you know what, you really broke my trust. And if, that's something that you want to gain back, then I would start now, And I would just let them know, like, you really hurt me, you really disappointed me again, and well, I don't know why I said again, but maybe they did hurt you before. But yeah, I feel like they betrayed your trust. So I feel as though for the main themes of this month, I feel like you're going to be working through some relationship type situations. And maybe this is a friendship. Maybe this isn't, maybe this is a family member. It doesn't have to be romantic, but this is like a deep seated connection. This is someone who has been in your life for a long time, maybe someone who was in your life in the past and recently came back, or there's definitely history, and it's definitely complicated history. All right. So that is all I have for you today, my pile threes. I really hope it resonated. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below if you feel called to do so. I would love to know if this resonated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.